Please remain standing for national prayers. O God of creation, direct our noble cause, guide our leaders right, help our youth the truth to know, in love and honesty to grow, and living just and true, great lofty heights attain, to build a nation where peace and justice reign. Amen. Please be seated. Your Excellency, President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, Your Excellency, Deputy Speaker, Right Honorable Benjamin Kalu, Senate Committee Chairman on Population and National Identity, Distinguished Senator Abdul Ningi, House Committee Chair on Population, Honorable Okunjimi Odumayo, the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, His Excellency George Akume, Chief of Staff to Mr. President, Right Honorable Femi Gbatabiamila, the National Security Advisor, Malam Nuhu Ribadu, members of the Federal Executive Council here present, with specific reference to Professor Pate, Honorable Minister and Coordinating Minister of Health, permanent secretaries here present, members of Nigeria's top security apparatchik, the Army, the police, we welcome you. Chairman of the National Population Commission, Honorable Nasir Isakwara, Honorable Federal Commissioners of the National Population Commission, the Director General of the National Population Commission, Dr. Taslim Ojogun, DG NIMSI, Engineer Abisoye Koka Odushote, heads of ministries and extra-ministerial departments, heads of international organizations here present, with special reference to the UNICEF representative in Nigeria, Christian Monduate, members of the diplomatic corps, our esteemed traditional rulers who have come to support this very important occasion, our sponsors, FCMB, Wema Bank, Zenith Bank, my lords, spiritual and temporal. School children here present, please wave your hands. Wave, 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 so we can see you. We have school children in our midst, Your Excellency. Consultants, Managing Director, Baxford Technology Limited, Mr. Dayo Bankole, Your Excellency. The app and the technology has been locally worked on by Mr. Dayo Bankole. You have always encouraged us to look at local content. So Mr. Bankole has done the needful to provide this technology for this activity and the concept. All media here present, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I warmly welcome you all to this all-important event, which is the launch of the National Geospatial Data Repository, Digital CRVS system, and the inauguration of the National Coordination Committee for CRVS. My name is Eugenia Abu. I'm a national broadcaster, consultant, and a writer. I shall be your guide today. Your Excellency, I am not working alone today. My co-anchor person is Adamu Sali Simbad, Corporate Affairs Officer of the National Population Commission. There he is. Your Excellency, Nigeria sits on the cusp of history today as the nation launches the National Geospatial Data Repository, the Digital Civil Registration and Vital Statistics System, and the inauguration of the National CRVS Coordination Committee. This launch is vital and historical because Nigeria has in the past been dealing with multiple levels of challenges, to include outdated and inadequate legal framework, lack of political will, inadequate operating budgets, and inadequate capacities for the task at hand. Today, we swiftly go into a new future, a new thrust in ensuring vital registration, civil registration, data warehousing, digital CRVS system, and the launch of a national geospatial data repository. This is not only forward-looking, but long overdue. His Excellency, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's presence here revalidates his commitment to strengthening civil registration, data collation, data processing, and data distribution for timely intervention for our citizens. If you look around you, you will find a lot of information concerning children, because birth registration is vital for ensuring that every child is not left behind in Nigeria. Permit me at this point, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, Your Excellency, sir, to invite my colleague to come forward and introduce the gentleman who would be doing the welcome remarks. Your Excellency, Mr. Simbad.
Thank you very much, Eugenia. Your Excellency, the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Nigerian Armed Forces, President Ahmed Bola Tinubu, GCFR, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, permit me to write on the already established protocol. This afternoon, we have a gentleman who is on the driver's seat, driving the process at the National Population Commission to making sure that the desire of Mr. President of repositioning our country to achieve those set objectives of giving a better life to our dear country members is one that is driven to its logical conclusion. Your Excellency, this afternoon I have the singular honor, and with your kind permission, to invite to the podium to welcome us very specially to this launch, which will be placing Nigeria on the pedestal of sustainable development, as the NPC is known for generating data that is used to driving development planning in Nigeria. Your Excellency, sir, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I make welcome the Executive Chairman and the Registrar General of the National Population Commission, Honorable Nasir Isa Kwara, fellow Nigerian Statistical Association. Mr. Chairman, sir.
Your Excellency, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. I would like to crave your indulgence to write on the already existing protocol for want of time. I'm highly delighted to welcome all distinguished stakeholders to this very important launch of the electronic civil registration and vital statistics system and the Geospatial data repository, as well as the inauguration of the ECVRS National Coordinating Committee today by no other person than His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Today's event marks a major milestone in the journey towards the introduction of a new electronic civil registration and vital statistics system. It provides us with the unique opportunity to change the narrative on the registration of civil events, especially birth and death, so that together we can build a better future for our dear country, Nigeria. I wish to start by expressing our deep appreciation to our President for his support to the Commission since his assumption of office, and to graciously accept to launch the ECVRS and Geospatial data repository. This underscores the President's understanding of the role of civil registration and vital statistics system as the bedrock for informed socio-economic development planning. Mr. President, sir, you have, by this singular act, demonstrated a desire to place our dear country on the pedestal of sustainable development. May I emphasize that Mr. President's esteemed presence here is a source of inspiration to the entire Commission to deliver a credible and reliable statistics system that will drive development planning of our country. On behalf of the entire Commission, I say a big thank you, sir, for all the support and assistance to the Commission. And we promise not to let you down. I also want to thank all the stakeholders for the invaluable support we have been receiving at the Commission in our effort to give Nigeria an enduring vital registration system that will stand the test of time. We are eternally grateful for all your support. The objective of the new electronic civil registration and vital statistics system, otherwise known as Vital Reg, is to improve data capturing, collation, processing, dissemination, and timely access to statistics on vital events in the country. This transformative innovation is being implemented through a public-private partnership arrangement, PPP, between the MPC and Banksford Technology Limited, a reputable and innovative local ICT solution provider with a track record of success in ICT solution provision with government agencies, with strong support and partnership from UNICEF. The launch of the eCRVS marks a departure from traditional paper-based recording of vital events to a state-of-the-art digital solution that conforms with international best practices. Vital Reg promises to revolutionize how vital events are recorded, tracked, and analyzed in the country. I therefore wish to call on all stakeholders, all Nigerians, to join in hands with National Population Commission in realizing the dream of providing the needed demographic data that facilitate and place our country on the pedestal of sustainable development and in line with the Renewed Hope agenda. Thank you very much.
Please applaud the National Population Commission Chair, who has explained the processes to us and what it took for us to get here. Your Excellency, some of the video that has been played before you arrived at the hall included some of Nigeria's finest musicians celebrating Nigeria's children. An absolutely beautiful musical put out about how important all Nigerian children are. No child is less important, no matter who you are. You can be a star. Your Excellency, that video, you can see Kobams Asukwo, you can see Niniola, you can see all Nigeria's exports who have worked very hard in performing this music to celebrate the Nigerian child. We have Two-Face there as well. All our brilliant, most forward-looking musicians in Nigeria have put their voice to this fantastic musical, which I'm sure will be shared with you at some point going forward. UNICEF, Your Excellency, is currently registering 5 million children for 2023 with a target of 10 million. Their work in promoting and protecting children is well spelled out in their mandate. But the woman with responsibility as UNICEF representative in Nigeria has been in the UN system for a long time. She brings 30 years experience. She has been resident coordinator in Panama, and she brings great development work to the table, having served in Cambodia, Costa Rica, Ecuador, and Honduras as UNICEF resident rep, and also deputy UNICEF resident rep in Pakistan. She was a former minister in Guatemala. Please help me welcome the amiable UNICEF resident representative Nigeria, Christian Moduante.
Your Excellency, Honorable President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, esteemed members of the National Population Commission, distinguished guests, all protocols observed. It is really with great honor and profound respect that I stand here before you today as we embark on a revolutionary journey with the launch of the National Geospatial Data Repository, the Digital Civil Registration and Vital Statistics System, and the inauguration of the National CRVS Coordination. On behalf of UNICEF, I extend our heartfelt congratulations to His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Your commitment to enhancing civil registration data capturing, collation, processing, dissemination, and access is not just commendable. It is a beacon of hope for the sustainable development and to guarantee the human rights and needs of the most left behind, especially women and children. Nigeria can change the course of action worldwide and at regional level over the next 3 years by accelerating birth registration in a consistent manner. This is not just a dream. Today is becoming a reality. This year only, with the lead of the government, we supported as UNICEF to reach 5 million children that now have a birth certificate, have a registered legal identity. As we set forward on this ambitious journey to revolutionize the civil registration and vital statistics system over the next 7 years, we are cognizant of the profound impact this will have on achieving the Sustainable Development Goal 16.92, which is related to a legal identity for all, including birth registration. A robust and efficient civil registration system is the cornerstone of development and governance. It ensures that every life, event is not just recorded, but recognized, forming the basis of policies, planning, and service delivery that meets the needs of all Nigerians. This is more than an administrative task. It is an affirmation of dignity and rights for every citizen, providing the foundation upon which societies can flourish. Our children, the heart of our present and future, must be guaranteed with their rights from the onset. A well-functioning CRVS system safeguards these rights and ensures that no violation goes unnoticed. It allows us to protect, to serve, and to empower them. This is a commitment where not only federal government, but also state levels and local government authorities have a role to play. where private sector, civil society organizations, media, communities, families, and the international community should embrace, because the most precious treasure that a country can have is their children. UNICEF remains steadfast in its support to the federal government of Nigeria's endeavor to build a sustainable civil registration and vital statistics system. We are committed to providing technical assistance in establishing the necessary requirements for the successful compilation and processing of data. We recognize the importance of integration and interoperability of the CRVS system with other IT platforms within the government. To this end, we advocate for improved financial resources for civil registration at all levels of government, emphasizing the need for public financing to sustain this crucial process. We also advocate for the transformation of health facilities and community outreach programs into vibrant registration points. This is already happening, but we want it to be scaled, which will further promote the registration of births and deaths, an essential step that is recognizing and recording the tapestry of life in Nigeria. As we deploy the digital system, let us remain committed to the vision of a high-performing, inclusive, and right-based focused CRVS in Nigeria, a system that stands as a testament of the nation's dedication to its people. In closing and concluding, I congratulate Excellency President Tinubu and the Chairman of the National Population Commission for their vision, their leadership. I have no doubt that under their leadership, together we can support for a better life and make sure that every life, with the light of recognition, that we can ensure that every Nigerian have a better future by ensuring that every child is counted, is considered, and is cared for. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Christian Monduete, the UNICEF representative in Nigeria. Thank you, UNICEF, for always supporting their country, Nigeria. Please, a round of applause for her as she takes her seat. Thank you. Your Excellency, distinguished invited guests, our royal fathers. Next, join me as I invite to deliver the goodwill message from another sister agency, another agency of government that is also desirous of making sure that Nigeria indeed have that data that it needs for national planning for our development. Join me to welcome Engineer Abisoye Koka Odushote, the Director General, National Identity Management Commission.
Your Excellency, President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, GCFR, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Your Excellency, the SGF, Mr. George Akume, Your Excellency, the Chief of Staff, the Right Honorable Femi Gbajabiamila, the Chairman of the Commission, National Population, Honorable Nasiru Issa Kwara, distinguished senators, House of Representative members, National Security Advisor Madam Nuhu Ribadu, the Diplomatic Corps, the press, and all the royal fathers present, all protocols duly observed. I stand before you today as a representative of this administration, fully dedicated to effective national identity management framework and recognizing the pivotal role that the foundational ID system plays in driving efficiency in our overall economy, which includes fiscal savings to the government and combined economic and social benefits to Nigerians. It is a great privilege to address you, and I would like to extend my heartfelt greetings to the National Population Commission Chairman, Honorable Nasir Isa Kwara, who has taken this bold step to digitization of civil registration through the launch of this electronic civil registration system. With the National Identity Management Commission at the heart of the foundational identity ecosystem, which includes the issuance of the national identification number to Nigerians locally and Nigerians in the diaspora, with the uniqueness guaranteed by biometrics, the automation of the civil registration and vital statistics process will galvanize the linkage of the national identity management systems, which is managed by the NIMC, to the digitalized civil registry database, which is managed by the National Population Commission, and will allow NINs to be issued at birth and revoked at death in real time. Linking of the national identity management system to the civil registry is critical to the long-term strategy, as appropriate links of the identity system to birth records are necessary to ensure that the national identity credential is as robust as possible, and also the sustainability is ensured through integration with continuous mechanisms to register the flow of new persons into the foundational identity systems at birth and death. I must say that this marks an important milestone in the National Digital Identity Roadmap of the country. The activation of the electronic civil registration system further strengthens the collaboration between the National Identity Management Commission and National Population Commission in developing a comprehensive foundational identity system that addresses the needs of all stakeholders of the identity system and fully corresponds to the SDG 16.9, which states that legal identity for all, including birth registrations, should be achieved by the year 2030. The collaboration between both commissions to build a robust national identity program cannot be overemphasized, as the system will enhance security, drive financial inclusion and gender equality, improve healthcare, strengthen the social safety net, amongst others, which are key pillars of the inclusive policy direction of Mr. President. As we come together today, I would like to commend Honorable Nasir Isa Kwara for organizing this event and extend my congratulations to the National Population Commission and the entire team for their hard work and commitment to roll out the digitized civil registration and vital statistics system. In cognizance of our diverse and vibrant nation, we appreciate that every individual holds significance, and as National Identity Management Commission and National Population Commission are partners in the foundational ID ecosystem with complementary roles and responsibilities, we will continue to ensure that every Nigerian and every Nigerian resident's right to a unique and secure identity is upheld. Thank you very much.
Your Excellency, understanding the dynamics of the National Identity Management Commission and understanding also that the synergy between the National Identity Management Commission and the National Population Commission will lead us to this national identity roadmap that will give citizens of Nigeria a better future. I'd like to hear another round of applause for Engineer Bisoye Koka Odushote, Director General of the National Identity Management Commission, on whose shoulders, along with the National Population Commission and UNICEF, all of this will crystallize. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the importance of health, children, and birth registration cannot be overemphasized in the vital registration exercise as we launch the National Geospatial Data Repository, the digital CRVS system, and the inauguration of the National Coordination Committee for CRVS. These are the committee members that will deepen the process, and they would be the ones that would be expected to deepen the mechanism for taking us where we want to go. This is because birth registration, if well captured, has a back integration to health. And with health, we know that all of us will be better off if all our children are healthy, and the birth registration usually backpedals into ensuring efficient health systems for our children. A man who should know better and who has been all over the world making Nigeria proud, and now he's the coordinating Minister for Health, is Professor Patti, who now has his goodwill message to deliver. Please help me welcome the Honorable Minister of Health and coordinating Minister of all health issues.
Your Excellency, Mr. President and Commander-in-Chief of the Nigerian Armed Forces, may I crave your indulgence to stand on the existing protocol. Nigeria's most important asset is its people, and especially its children, the present children and generations yet unborn. The prospect for a demographic dividend in Nigeria is real, but that prospect has to be harnessed and has to be managed. We appreciate, Mr. President, your direction and congratulate the National Population Commission's chair, the commissioners, the team that has been working to put this together, and all their collaborators for the launch of this Geospatial data repository, as well as the national CRVS system, as well as the coordination committee that is going to be launched today. This is in part the implementation of the subsistent national population policy for sustainable development, which provides the instruments to enforce compliance on civil registration of births and deaths and all vital statistics. In addition to census, CRVS complements the administrative records that our governments hold as major sources of population data, which provide the basis for effective planning of programs, interventions, and harnessing the demographic potential that our country has. When we hear of maternal mortality rates, under 5 mortality rates, or zero-dose children, and the health of our people in terms of statistics, yes, those are statistics that we should care about and use to plan. But behind those numbers are real people who suffer, who are husbands, who are parents, who are children, and this system that we are putting in place will help us track that. But beyond that, we, at least in the Ministry of Health and Social Welfare, Mr. President, under your direction, have already committed to make maternal deaths in particular reportable. The 80,000 women who die in this country from maternal causes should not be forgotten. And this system will help us make that more visible as part of our effort to improve as we move forward. And we are fortunate, Mr. President, with your leadership, your vision, and the renewed hope agenda, that the population health outcomes of Nigerians will be heading to a much better direction over the next several years. From the Ministry of Health and Social Welfare, we are committed to work hand in hand with the National Population Commission and the chairman of the National Population Commission, the commissioners, their team, and all other relevant ministries, departments, and agencies to make use of the data repository and to constructively collaborate with all members of the National Coordination Committee to actualize this vision that you have of making the people of Nigeria's health and well-being at the center of your transformation agenda. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you very much. The Honorable Minister of Health and the Coordinating Minister of Social Welfare there, Professor Muhammad Ali Pate, an international citizen. Mr. President looked around and chose him and brought him back home to add value to the system. Thank you very much. Please have a round of applause for the Honorable Minister. And thank you to Mr. President for doing us that. Your Excellency, distinguished invited guests, At this juncture, I would like to respectfully invite His Excellency to sit through a short documentary video that will be presented on the electronic vital registration and vital statistics system, as well as the geospatial system in Nigeria. The video.
Several laws requiring Nigerians to register all births, deaths, and marriages. The first of these laws in Nigeria was enacted in 1863 by the colonial government. Ordinance 21, as the law was known, required the registration of all births, deaths, and marriages in Lagos, Warri, and Calabar colonies. Subsequently, colonial Nigeria was divided into regions by the Macpherson's Constitution of 1951, and these newly created regions were empowered to enact their own laws governing the registration of births, deaths, and marriages. Unfortunately, as different regions made their own laws and worked separately, there was little attempt to centralize the data gathered. This led to several decades of poor data gathering in Nigeria, with several Nigerian governments suffering an acute shortage of important national planning data. After several decades of challenges in data collection and management across Nigeria, in 1992, the country finally witnessed the first coordinated process of data collection and management as the National Population Commission took charge of the vital events registration process in Nigeria. Empowered by the Compulsory Registration of Births and Deaths Act of 1992 and further empowered by Section 24 of the Third Schedule of the 1999 Constitution, the National Population Commission sanitized and unified data collection and management in Nigeria. However, despite the giant strides of the NPC, several challenges still remained. The proliferation of paper forms and physical registers continued to encumber the civil registration process, and in an era where information is at the tip of everybody's fingers, senior officers at the NPC continued to painstakingly gather and submit physical forms and registers across the country. This manual process has resulted in a backlog of unprocessed data and in multiple registration of vital events across the country. All of these have deprived the government of fast, vital, and up-to-date data that is crucial for national planning. But in line with our mandate to constantly improve data collection and management in Nigeria, the NPC saw that something must change, and we took an extraordinary step to change it. In 2023, the National Population Commission partnered with Banks for Technologies, a uniquely Nigerian ICT company, and together they have transformed the registration of vital events in Nigeria from a laborious paper-based manual process to a seamless state-of-the-art digital system called VitalReg. This transformative system, designed by a company with a deep and empirical understanding of Nigeria and its people, will transform data collection and management in Nigeria and bring important data to the fingertips of the government, businesses, and the Nigerian people. The VitalReg system is both web and mobile based. It is user-friendly and seamless to operate. The VitalReg system is both web and mobile based. It is user-friendly and seamless to operate by all authorized users, including the resident registrars of the NPC at the over 8,000 plus wards across Nigeria and other government officials in hospitals and healthcare facilities. With the VitalReg system, the process of registering and obtaining a digital birth certificate is less than 3 minutes from start to finish. The application offers the opportunity to carry out a number of vital registration. These include birth registration, birth notification for Nigerians in the diaspora, adult attestation of date of birth, and death registration. Others include death notification for Nigerians in the diaspora, marriage notification, divorce notification, and migration notification. And for the first time in Nigeria, 26 years after the establishment of the National Identity Management Commission, NIMC, the Vital Reg system will integrate the National Population Commission and the National Identity Management Commission, a first-of-its-kind integration that will link every Nigerian with a national identity number to their biometric data and their personal information. With the Vital Reg system, gone are the days when vital certificates are written on paper by hand. With this new system, vital certificates will be digital and aesthetically pleasing. The Vital Reg system.
That was a short video clip on the electronic vital registration and vital statistics system in Nigeria. And with the launch later today, Nigeria indeed will join the rest of the developed world in putting together its data in one warehouse for easy access. Please, thank you very much for doing us that honor, the media. Thank you. Your Excellency, while the video was playing, a live vital registration process was going on behind. At this juncture, I'd like to invite the Coordinating Minister of Health and Social Welfare, Professor Muhammad Ali Pate, accompanied by the Chief Registrar of the National Population Commission, to go to the desk there and retrieve the certificate. Thank you very much.
System, and I have with me here Mr. Ahmed, who is here to register his child and will be creating a birth certificate for his child on this platform. So I'm logging in as a registrar, as an NPC registrar. We will show you the process. So this is the homepage which shows the statistics of registrations done on this platform. Now this is the birth registration module where the birth registrations are being conducted and carried out. So Mr. Ahmed, I'll be registering your child on the platform to get the digital certificates. So please provide me details for your child. So let's start. Can I get your surname?
The digital
And first name.
The digital certificate generated by the National Population Commission being presented to His Excellency by the Honorable Minister. This child is going to have a very special chapter in her biography, being presented her birth certificate by none other than the #1 citizen of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you, Your Excellency. Thank you.
Your Excellency, Mr. President, Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, don't we all just want to be that baby? It's beautiful to see. And of course, as usual with His Excellency, Mr. President, he was very spontaneous and received that child as his own, as all of us citizens of Nigeria are children, really, of Mr. President. Your Excellency, sir, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, that musical clip I was talking about had your award-winning children, musicians in it. Timida Kolo, Two-Face Dibia, Chidimma, Niniola, Cobhams Asukwo, and Umar M. Sharif. Those children of yours, Your Excellency, have taken Nigeria across the world, everywhere, showcasing Nigerian music and making us well known all over the world. These days, it's difficult to find a party where the music is from abroad. Our children have done us so proud, and they are all over the place, all over the world, building bridges and making Nigeria count wherever they go. Like I said, that clip, I'm sure, will be shared with you, Your Excellency. It says no child should be left behind. The aim of this high-level event is to emphasize the current administration's commitment and leadership towards the launch of the National Geospatial Data Repository Digital CRVS system and the inauguration of the National Coordination Committee for CRVS. This government is determined to strengthen civil registration, data capturing, collation, processing and dissemination, and timely access to vital statistics in the country. It is now paperless, a great shift to technology, and the committee to be inaugurated is to establish a high-level coordination mechanism involving all relevant stakeholders for efficient functioning of the digital CRVS system. His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu would inaugurate this committee when he rises to deliver the epoch-making speech that launches the Geospatial Data Repository. It is now my singular honor and privilege to invite His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, to deliver that epoch-making speech.
Enumerated by Virginia. But with that, I still need to salute our founding fathers, our royal fathers, who have brought history and culture to bear on today's special event. Thank you for being there for us all the time, to maintain peace, solidarity, and unity of Nigeria with the strength of our diversity. It's a great honor to have all of you. So the UNICEF and others, I say thank you for partnering with us all these years, and we are determined to walk the road of success with you and realize all our dreams. It is my honor to be here to launch the Digital Civil Registration Vital Statistics System, the National Geospatial Data Repository, and the inauguration of the CRVS, National Coordination Committee of Food. This launch marks another great step in our efforts to generate accurate and reliable demographic data in Nigeria. We can debate. Why now? Why not before now? But let me commend the noble initiative of the National Population Census. The CRVS system is the basic building block of an identity ecosystem. It will help to improve service delivery, care, and knowledge to Nigerians, and shall ultimately become vital sources of identity data across federal agencies such as NIMS, MC, NIS, Road Safety, INEC, Police, EFCC, and other security outfits. The system will also improve the ability of the federal agencies to generate vital statistics on important population events and migration, further enabling the government to design well-tailored, effective, and efficient policy capable of meeting the needs of Nigerian people. Let's always thank God that this country has been blessed and been disaster-free. Sometimes when you see disaster of even minor or magnitude involving lives of our people, you cannot easily say these are how many people involved. It is so that the current drive to reposition this vital registration system will provide the basis for 100% attainment of our year 2030 SDG targets in respect of real-time identity management and population data. Coming at this time, the Commission has made substantial progress in quest to deliver the first digital population and housing census. It is my hope that the result of the census will provide the nation with much needed data for development planning and the enthronement of good governance. I call on the Commission to deploy its cutting-edge technology, especially the geospatial data that has been collected through the enumeration area demarcation implementing the CRVS. The population remains the greatest asset of the nation and development process. Collecting accurate and reliable information on the size, distribution, composition, and characteristics of the population is an essential governance activity, which is also consistent with our Renew Hope agenda. The Commission will therefore be supported in the conduct of the next census. May I, in a special way, thank the private solution providers for this laudable project and assures them that the federal government of Nigeria will always extend a hand of partnership to all private investors that want to partner with this government at all levels. We are open for business. And we are open for all possible partnership in a way that determine and redirect our progress development to upgrade the character of our country. The fighter edge, they call it, I know is very special. And I know the Director General in charge. I've worked with her before. Ms. Odusote is a very hard-working lady that you can count on. The prosperity of our nation is assured if we can do a reliable and dependable exercise. I'm also pleased to inaugurate the National Coordination Committee of CRVS under the chairmanship of National Population Commission and composed of the stakeholders across relevant federal ministries and agencies. We say relevant ministry and agencies. Please appeal to all of you, ministry and agencies. Don't say, this is not my business. Please, cooperate. I want to thank my Honorable Minister of Health and Coordinating Minister for Social Welfare, Professor Pate. It is a rare person. If you know the type of job and the value of remuneration that he left to serve his country, you give him louder recognition. I say thank you very much. Nigeria will not forget you. It is my honor to honor the civil, to declare open the Civil Registration and Vital Statistics, CRVS, for the progress and peace and development of our dear country. Long live national population, long live Nigeria, Federal Republic. Thank you very much for listening.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. I think Nigerians, our president deserves a standing ovation. Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you, Your Excellency. Thank you for giving us the right leadership. You may all have your seat. Thank you very much. Before we close, I would like to quickly invite Nigerians watching us from all over the world that with this official launch, the portal is open, and Nigerians, anywhere they are who desires to have the certificate, the birth certificate of the National Population Commission from 0 to age 17, and then those who want to have the attestation of birth of the National Population Commission that will confer on them the legal status of Nigerians. They can go online to the population's website, which is nationalpopulation.gov.ng, and access the portal, register and do the needful, and print their certificate. Thank you, Mr. President, for giving us the platform. Thank you for the opportunity. Thank you, Nigerians.
Your Excellency, Mr. President, on behalf of myself and Mr. Simbad, we really would like to thank you for coming to this event. On behalf of all the organizers, UNICEF, National Population Commission, our consultants, we really would like to thank you very much, sir, and also the sponsors. My name is Eugenia Abu. Myself and Simbad, it has been a pleasure to serve the national anthem.